What do you eat when no one's watching? And I don't mean the food. I mean the thoughts, the habits, the version of yourself you let run the kitchen when the company's gone. Most people curate a beautiful plate for the world and eat whatever's left over in private. That gap is where identity actually lives. Hey, it's Visionati from Live Your Vision, and today is Tasteful Tuesday, the day we get intentional about what we consume, what we cook up in our minds, and what we let simmer on the back burner when no one's in the room. Ancient traditions identified what they called the solar plexus center, the seat of personal power, identity, and self trust. Its frequency, 528 hertz, known as the repair frequency. It has one job: to answer the self's most important question: who am I when there is no one here to perform for? Not who you are under pressure, not who you become when someone important is watching. Who are you when the lights go down, the audience clears, and the only person left in the kitchen is you? Because that version of you is not your worst self. It is your most honest ingredient. And a dish built on honest ingredients always hits different than one assembled for the table. This is why personal development that only runs in public never actually develops a person. It seasons the performance. It does not cook the character. Real growth happens in the private hours, in the thought you chose when no one will know you chose it, in the standard you hold when failing silently is an option, in the meal you make, not because someone's grading the presentation, but because you decided that's the recipe you live by. 528 hertz is a repair frequency because repair begins in private. You cannot restore what will not honestly inventory. You cannot heal what you keep staging. The solar plexus does not respond to performance. It responds to truth. Let's digest the ABCs of personal power. A is for awareness. What version of yourself runs the kitchen in private? Not the version on your Instagram, not the version that shows up when the stakes feel high, the one that wakes up before anyone else does, the one that decides how you talk to yourself when no one can hear the conversation. Awareness does not judge this version. It just finally looks at it, names it, takes an honest inventory of what's on the shelf. B is for boundaries. There is a reason your private space feels either like a sanctuary or a trap. The input you allow in when no one's watching becomes the recipe you operate from all week. What are you scrolling at midnight? What are you replaying in silence? What narratives are you feeding yourself behind closed doors that you would never co-sign out loud? Boundaries protect the kitchen. They are not just about who you keep out, they're about what you let stay on the heat. C is for community. The people around you can observe your public plate and never know what you cook in private, but they will taste it eventually, because what you digest in private becomes the flavor of everything you serve. The community you choose must be able to hold space for the real version, not just the seasoned one. The right people in your life do not require a performance to stay. They are nourished by honesty, and they make it safe for you to be uncooked. D is for discipline. Discipline is not the show you put on. It is the standard you keep when the show's over. The solar plexus center strengthens not through big declarations, but through private consistency. The small choice, the thought corrected before it becomes a habit, the meal prepped before the hunger sets in. 528 hertz repairs by repetition. Personal power is built in the quiet reps, the ones no one ever applauds. E is for evolution. A person who performs integrity in public and abandons it in private is not evolving. They are rehearsing. Evolution happens when that gap closes, when who you are in public and who you are in private start tasting the same. That coherence is the goal. Not perfection, not a flawless plate, just a life where you could serve anyone at any time. What you actually eat when no one is watching, and be at peace with what you put on the table. I am the same person in private that I am in public. I am building a standard I can live with, not just present. I nourish my mind with what I actually want to grow. My private thoughts are an ingredient. I'm choosing them with intention. I'm not performing growth. I'm practicing it. I trust the version of me that no one sees. Love is knowing who you are when the room goes quiet. Love is about you, but it's for us. Your heart is the map. Your emotions are the compass. Find your love. What does your private plate look like right now? And does it match the life you're trying to build? Serve it in the comments below.